Hello everyone and welcome you all to the first chapter of photo editing with Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva and Lightroom tutorial. So now as this is the chapter number 1, we'll be learning transparent text effect in Photoshop, like how you will be able to give a transparent text effect in your photo. Okay, so here in this whole tutorial we'll be mastering about different photo editing ways of Photoshop, in Illustrator and also in Canva and Lightroom as well. Okay, so first we'll start with Photoshop, then we'll go to Illustrator, then Canva, and lastly we will go on with Lightroom. Okay, so we'll see how you will be able to do that. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of Photoshop. Okay, so if you guys are familiar, okay, so from here now what I'll do is if I do want to open up any file, I will click here onto the open option and now I will click on your computer. Okay, so it will bring you to your desktop file. And from here, I will go to my resource file. And from my resource file, let's take this particular photo and let's just open it up. Okay, so I will just open it up here in my Photoshop, and here as you guys can see, this is basically the workspace in which I am going to work on. Okay, so over here I do have different kind of tools over here. Okay, as you guys can see, the crop tool if you do want to use the frame, and here you do have the quick selection tool. Okay, and also over here I will just come here and let's say I want to take the quick selection tool, so I can have the quick selection tool as well. So the first thing what you need to do is you just need to come here into your layers panel, and from here just unlock this particular image. And if you want to rename it, you guys can double click on backspace, and now you guys can just rename it. Okay, so I will just take this one as the main, and what I'll do now is I would just create a duplicate over here. So I will just drag this down, and over here this plus icon, and over here I do have a copy. Okay, so I will come here and now I will just type this one as duplicate over here. And after that, what I'll do is from my toolbar, I will select this particular tool called the quick selection tool. Okay, and the shortcut key for the quick selection tool is W from your keyboard, and you need to make sure that you are selecting this particular duplicate layer and your quick selection tool is selected. And after that, on top here you guys can see there are a lot of options. Okay, but from here what you can do is you can just select this select subject option. Okay, so I will come here and over here I will just click onto this select subject option. Okay, so over here it will basically select the subject which I have over here. Okay, so now over here, if it's also showing you like that, go to the edit option, and from edit option, make sure you go to the preferences, and from preferences, what you're going to do is you are going to go into the scratch disk. Okay, and over here in the scratch disk, if the C bar is selected, make sure you choose the other one where the space is available. So now I'll click on OK, and now if I click onto this select subject option, over here, you guys will be able to see that my subject over here on my screen will basically get selected. Okay, so now let's wait for it. And over here, as you guys can see, now I do have selected this particular subject. And now what you need to do is you need to come here and you need to add a layer mask. Okay, so I will just click over here onto the layer mask option and here into the duplicate layer, as you guys can see. Okay, so now I will just click on enter select mask. Okay, so I will just come here and as I have selected a mask over here, okay, you guys can see this one is getting loaded. And again, if you want to cancel this, you guys can come here and you guys can just cancel this thing right over here. Okay, so now over here, I will just deselect everything. Okay, so let's come here. Let's just deselect this one. Let's come here and let's take my move tool. And again, what I'll do is I want to type down some text. Okay, so I will come here. I will just take my horizontal type tool. And over here now, I will just change the text. Okay, so let's write Wednesday. Okay, so I will come here and I will just type Wednesday right over here. Okay, and again I will take my move tool, and if I do want to increase the size, I will be able to increase the size from here as well. Okay, so let's come here, and now let's click on shift, and over here you guys can just increase the size quite like this. So after selecting this one, what I'll do is I will just double click over here. And now if I do want to change the font, I can come here and basically I will be able to change the font which I want to use. Okay, so let's come here and let's go with something bold. So now again here in the properties panel, let's select all of it out. And over here, I will go a bit down here in the character panel. Okay, so let's go to color. And from here now, I will just change the color to a white color. Okay, so I will come here. I will just click on OK. If I want to give on anything bold, I can come here and I can search as well. Okay, so if you want me to search, I can basically search as well. Okay, so let's come here. Let's take this one. And now what I'll do is I will just select this thing out. And now I will just centralize it. Okay, so I will just come here and I'll try to bring it here in the center. And after that, what I'll do is I will just make a duplicate of this particular text as well. Okay, so if you want to duplicate, come here, select this one, drag over here and select this particular option as well. Okay, so now I do have both of this text box on top of each other. So now what I'll do is I will come here and I will just right click, and over here you guys can see there are a lot of options. Okay, so over here you guys can see there are a lot of options right over here. If you want to convert it to a frame, you guys can actually do that. And if you want to convert it to a smart object, you guys can do that as well. Okay, so you guys can come here and let's go to this copy option. Okay, and go to this convert to shape. Okay, so I will come here and now I have just converted this particular thing into a shape. And now over here, you guys go and select our rectangle tool, and now go here on the fill option, and from here select no fill. Okay, so come here, select no fill option over here, and over here into the stroke, what you guys can do is you guys can just increase the stroke, and also you guys can change the stroke color. Okay, so if you do want to put up any solid color, you guys can come here into the RGB panel. Okay, otherwise you guys can double click over here and you guys can select this one as well. So now I will just click on OK over here. And now over here, I will just click on enter and let's come here. And lastly, what I need to do is I need to come here, bring this particular layer just below this duplicate layer. Okay, so let's come right over here. Let's select this one. Okay, let's come here and, or well, not this one basically. Just bring this one down and this one I will just put here on top. Okay, so here you guys can see how it actually looks. Okay, so this is how you guys can actually create if you want to come right over here into this particular text option as well. Just double click, and what you guys can do is you guys can come here and you guys can actually change the stroke size. Okay, so you guys can come here and you guys will be able to change the stroke color as well. Okay, so come here, select this one, and now if you want to change up the stroke size, you guys can actually come here and you guys will be able to change the stroke color here as well. Okay, so now again I will just make another one over here. So let's come here and let's type down hello. Okay, so I will come here, take my text tool, and now I will just type hello. Okay, so I will come here and I will just type hello over here. Let's select my move tool, and now if I just click on Control R, okay, so let's come here into one corner, and now let's just increase the size. Okay, so I will just increase the size quite like this, and now let's put it right over here, and now I want to put it over here on top. Okay, so I will just press it or put it right over here, and now if I want to duplicate, okay, so in that case what I'll do is I will come here and I will duplicate the same thing over here as well. And before that, let's come here and let's select this part and let's click on Control R. And what you can do is you guys can basically move this thing around. Okay, so if you do want to move this, you guys can come here and move this thing around quite like this. And again, what I'll do is I will come here. Let's select a duplicate. Let's come here and just duplicate this one. And now I will come here onto the first text. And what I'm going to do is I am going to come over here. And from here, now I want to convert it to a shape. Okay, so let's click right over here. And now let's go here onto the convert it to a shape. So you guys can come here. Let's select this. And from here, you guys go to convert to shape. And over here, you guys can see I do have a shape as well. And over here, if you want to give this one up a different color, okay, so for that, come here and go to this rectangle tool option. And from the rectangle tool, now go to the fill option and give no fill over here. And under stroke, if you do want to give up a different color, you guys can come here and let's take black. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to give up any red color, you guys can come here and give up this red color here as well. And now let's come here and let's increase the stroke from here itself. Okay, so you guys can come here and let's get this particular color. And what you're going to do is now just click somewhere outside. And again, I will just bring this particular layer. And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring this layer just here in between. Okay, so now as you guys can see, I do have a transparent text over here on my picture. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class. And lastly, to save it up, if you want to save this particular image, go to the file option. And from file option, let's go to export. And if you want to export as a PNG, here you do have the quick export as PNG option. Otherwise, if you want to go directly to export as, you guys can click on Alt plus Shift plus Control plus W from your keyboard. Okay, so come here, let's click on quick export as a PNG. Okay, so I will come here, let's go to my desktop file, and from here I will just go to my resource file. Let's come here and I will save this one as transparent text. Okay, so I will come here and I will just save this as transparent text over here. Let's click on the save option. And over here, this is the PNG which has been saved into my system. So let's come here. Let's go to my file. Let's go to desktop. And from here, let's go to the resource file. Okay, so now let's come here and let's come to this option. And over here, now let's try to just save this thing up. Let's come here and now I will just click on save as to save up a copy. Now let's go to desktop again. Let's come here and from here, now I will save this one as transparent text again. Okay, so come here and just save this one as transparent text and click on to save. Okay, so over here, this is the window which will pop up and I just need to click on OK. And here you guys can see could not build a preview because the scratch disks are full. Okay, so I will click on OK right over here. Let's go to edit. Let's go to the preferences option. And from here, let's click on scratch disk. Okay, and from C, I will come here and I will just save it here in the D option. Okay, so come here, go to the D drive and click on OK. And now if you try to save this thing, it will get saved. Okay, so I will come here and over here, let's go to desktop. And from here, now let's go to the resource file. Come here and just type the transparent text. Okay, so transparent text over here. And now click on to the same option. Let's click on OK. And this particular file has been saved right now. Okay, and the same way, let's go to file. And if you wanna export again, let's come here and now let's click on export. Let's go to desktop. Let's go to my file and let's click on save over here. And this particular file will basically get saved. Okay. So now if you want to check this one again, let's come here and now I do have the transparent text image. So now I will just click on just once and let's view it right over here. And this is how it actually looks. If you want to go on to the right, this is the image which I had just edited in Photoshop. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class on how to do a transparent text option in your Photoshop. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about Photoshop itself. Let's see you all in the next chapter. Till then, goodbye everyone.